Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing really well. Today I've got a tag video for you guys. I was tagged by Josh at Sense. Shout out to him, and link in the description to his channel to do this video where I talk about my favorite cheap fragrance house. Now, I need to let you guys know this is cheap based off of what I can buy these fragrances for in the US from discounters. So at full retail, these are not exactly what I would call cheap, but at discounters, they're pretty affordable. I'm gonna talk about 3 different fragrance houses here. So a couple that are sort of honorable mentions, and then the one that I think is the best bang for your buck. So let's jump into this. Now first up, I'm gonna talk about the house that Josh mentioned, which is Versace. And in my opinion, Versace is really good as far as being an affordable fragrance house from discounters. We've got fragrances like this one right here, Versace Ud Noir, which I think is fantastic as far as designer oud fragrances go. Some people will compare this to Tom Ford Oud Wood. It's got some similarities, not the exact same, but you know, you'll understand what people are saying if you smell the two side by side. They do change as they dry down, but still, this is a great designer oud fragrance. Fantastic for fall, fantastic for winter, and I really like the bottle, like that gradient. The whole package here, really nice. Some of my other favorites from Versace, and I'll leave links in the description to discounters for these fragrances as well, so you can check out the prices and everything there, so you can see kind of exactly what I'm talking about. Versace Pour Homme, that one really good for spring, good for summer. Good daytime fragrance, good casual fragrance, good office fragrance. That one's really nice and fresh and uplifting. Also, Versace Dillon Blue. That one is a fantastic blue fragrance. Very versatile, easy to wear, kind of a year-round fragrance, daytime, nighttime, office, date, whatever, it can do it. That one I put up there with Yves Saint Laurent Y, with Bleu de Chanel, with Dior Sauvage. Now, it might not necessarily be the same quality as those fragrances, but it will do the exact same thing for the most part at a much more affordable price. And then Versace Eros Flame, which is a little more versatile than the original Eros. You can still wear Eros Flame to a club or out on the town if you really want to get attention, because it does have good performance, but it's more versatile, so you can wear that more easily during the day than the original Eros or Eros Eau de Parfum. So all of those fragrances really solid. Versace as a house, very solid for a good price from discounters. And I would also say that Versace and the next house that I'm going to mention are better if you're a younger guy than the house that I ultimately chose. I think the house that I ultimately chose is better for people that are middle-aged and older, or people that really enjoy fragrances with class, with sophistication, with a little bit of maturity. But if you're a younger guy just looking for straight up versatility, for compliments, for all of that stuff, then Versace and this house right here, Mont Blanc, gonna be better suited for you. Now this one right here is Mont Blanc Explorer. This is essentially Mont Blanc's take on Creed's Aventus. It's like a designer version of Creed's Aventus, but people absolutely love this, and you can wear it, like I said, pretty much anywhere, and people are gonna enjoy it. And this one actually grew on me a whole bunch. When I first smelled this, I was like, God, come on guys, no inspiration here, you know, just ripping off Aventus. But the more you wear it, the more it grows on you, and then you really start to like it, and then you start to love it. Some of the other fragrances from the house are the Legend series. So you've got the original Mont Blanc Legend, that one's similar to Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, only a lot cheaper. So a lot of people really enjoy that one, actually sells quite a bit. You've got Legend Spirit, which is gonna be like Mont Blanc's version of Invictus Aqua. There's a lot of Mont Blanc fragrances like that. Then you have the new Legend Eau de Parfum, kind of a slightly more mature version of the original Legend. And you have Starwalker, which in my opinion is great, very relaxing, has a note of bamboo in there, don't see that very often. And then of course Mont Blanc Individual, which Jeremy Fragrance really kind of pushed into the next level as far as people being aware of that fragrance. Very sweet, but similar to Creed's original Santal, just a lot more affordable. So Versace and Mont Blanc, both super solid as far as affordable designer houses go, or affordable fragrance houses in general. The house that I've chosen though is, in my opinion, just one of the best bang for your buck houses that you will ever find. Just about every fragrance that they have out right now is super solid. There are maybe one or two that I could do without, but for the most part, they're all just really good. And it is Lalique. This one right here is Encre Noir à l'Extrême. Also, the original Encre Noir and Encre Noir Sport are all great fragrances. A lot of people will say that they have niche quality, and I'm not gonna argue that. The quality is really high for the price, because at discounters in the US, you can pick these up right around the $30 range, sometimes even less. So the original Encre Noir, that has cypress, it has vetiver, it has cashmere, and it's really kind of a dark, woody fragrance. This one shares those similarities with the original, but introduces some resins. So in this one, you have elemi, you have benzoin, you also have incense. So this one kind of takes it a step further than the original. Encre Noir Sport takes that same DNA, makes it more wearable, more versatile, introducing an aquatic note. And Encre Noir Sport also has a little bit of citrus. So you do have that rich woodiness in there, but it's cut a little bit by the citrus and the aquatic notes. In general, Encre Noir Sport is gonna be the most wearable of the three. Then you have Lalique White, which is almost criminally underrated, fantastic fragrance. It's got a similarity to Parfums de Marly Galloway, only infinitely cheaper than the Parfums de Marly. Then you've got Lalique Pour Homme, which is the one that has the little lion head on the back of the bottle. That one has a similarity to Creed's Bois du Portugal. So that one is very much gentlemanly fragrance, very refined, very high class, but again, the price, not high at all. Then you have Lalique Equus, which comes in pretty much the same bottle as Pour Homme, only this one has a horse on the bottle. This one has sequoia, it has vetiver, it's very dry, woody scent. That one off the top of my head, I can't compare to another fragrance, but it still has that Lalique quality at a very low price. And then to one of my absolute favorites from Lalique, Hommage à l'Homme. This scent is awesome. It smells so good for the price. It is just, wow. Like it's blown my socks off a number of times when I smell it. Again, if you're a younger guy, we're talking a teenager, early 20s, something like that, this fragrance probably is not gonna be for you. But if you're in your upper 20s or older, check this one out. Just check it out, take my word for it. It's not that expensive. It's got a really nice bottle. It's very clean in terms of the presentation, and it just works so well, so well. You can wear this dressed up formally. You can wear it to the office, to any kind of business occasion. You could wear it on a date. You could wear it casually. It has a lot of versatility. It does not smell like a blue fragrance or anything like that, but it has a ton of versatility. Now, interestingly, no breakdown. You may think, oh, not sure. It's got saffron in there. It has oud. It has labdanum. It has violet leaf. So you see that note breakdown and you're like, that does not read like it would be a versatile fragrance that people are gonna like. But actually, it is. It just works. It's one of those fragrances where the note breakdown doesn't necessarily tell you the story. So Hommage à l'Homme, love it, fantastic, awesome fragrance. And then there's Linsumi. This one is one of the newer releases from the house, and this one is a little more modern. It's like a modern gentleman's kind of fragrance. It's got basil in there, it has rum, so you have this little touch of booziness, though it's not really what I would call a boozy fragrance. There's woods, there's vetiver, there's clary sage, there's lavender, so there's a lot going on here, but ultimately this one is very much a modern gentleman's scent. And interestingly, this one came out pretty close to the same time as Ferragamo's Uomo. So when they came out, I remember a lot of people were kind of comparing them side by side because of the bottles. On the side of Uomo and on the side of Linsumi, you have that sort of black pattern design. And people were saying, well, you know, who did it best? Linsumi with Lalique or Uomo with Ferragamo? For me, I would say the Lalique looks better. I think it's a nicer presentation, classier. This one also very versatile. You can use it just about any time, any place, and it's gonna work. It does, like I said, smell a little more modern, maybe slightly more youthful than Hommage à l'Homme. So if you're in your early 20s, you could pull this one off. But that's gonna take me to the final fragrance that I talk about with Lalique, and that's Linsumi Ma Force. And this one I can do without. This one, out of all the fragrances I've spoken about, is the one that I just don't really care for. All the other Laliques, really nice. This one though, forgettable. No breakdown, doesn't look terrible. It's got apple, citrus, it's got woods, lavender. Again, it's a flanker of Linsumi, so there's a little bit of an overlap in terms of the notes. So you would think this one's just gonna be really nice. Again, sort of gentlemanly, sophisticated, fresh fragrance for daytime use in spring or summertime. And I mean, that's what it is, but when you smell it, it's just kind of blah. Doesn't smell terrible, but it's completely forgettable. And when you compare it or put it up next to the other fragrances in Lalique's lineup, it's just not there. So that's my house, Lalique. I think that it's just fantastic, the quality you get for the price that you pay. And again, links in the description to my favorites from Versace, from Mont Blanc, and from Lalique, my absolute favorites. And those are at discounters again, so you can see the prices, and not too expensive at all. So I need to tag some people for this, since it's a tag video. I'll go ahead and tag Cam at Carolina Fragrance Reviews. I'll tag Timmy at Imagine Scent, and I will tag Tommy at Studio Scents, and then they can start tagging other people. All right, guys, it's gonna do it for me. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite fragrance houses are that are super cheap. So basically the ones that you're gonna go to when you don't wanna spend too much, but you know you're gonna be getting something good. All right, guys, stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.